Hi everyone. So by now I'm assuming that you've watched Rachel's video and she's done the new prompt reveals for this fortnight. And I'm super excited about the Nutcracker prompt. I love Nutcrackers. I have a collection of them. I buy at least one each year to continue growing my collection. So I'm super excited about doing a Nutcracker. So what I'm thinking is I've just got a piece of plain cotton for the background and then, or the base, and then I've put this piece of fabric. I like this piece of sort of blue and sort of a creamy or off-white fabric. And what I want to do is I want to layer up a border using just some scraps of mostly blues and greens. So I've pulled a bunch of just torn up scraps that I've had on the side of my desk, and I'm planning to layer them up, and I will basically stitch like a fabric border. So I've got this really pretty piece of linen, Liberty. I'm inspired by this. Rach has done borders like this. I've seen her do borders like this. And I'm also inspired by Charlotte Lyons, who does borders similar to this as well. So if you don't know who Charlotte Lyons is, I suggest looking her up. She's super creative and a wonderful stitcher, and I follow her on Instagram. Her business name is, I think it's, what is that, House Friend Studio, I think? Anyway, let's just play around. Love that piece of fabric. Rach gave me that. It's, I think, hand-printed fabric. I've just got a little scrap of it there. Love my stripes, lots of stripes. So I'm just playing around with it. I will take it off. This is a piece of just a scrap of Kathy Holden fabric. I'm not sure if I'll use that one. I was going to put maybe this one on as well. Might move that. Might cut that stripe one down a bit and use this one on the corner. So that's my plan. Okay, and I will be stitching down all the fabrics to make a border. And then my Nutcracker's going to go, I'm going to make my Nutcracker out of either felted wool or wool felt. And I'm going to have my little Nutcracker through the middle there. So let's take all this off. I'll probably put it down again in a totally different pattern when I actually sew it. Okay. I'm just going to do a very general tacking stitch just to get this piece of fabric stitched onto the base. So white cotton, creamy sort of old white cotton. Okay, and I'm doing it wide apart in just a tiny little stitch because I'm really just holding it there. When I stitch down my borders, it's going to secure this better, and then also when I stitch my Nutcracker on. So the other prompt is the mushroom. I might even put a mushroom on this block as well, or some mushrooms at the bottom. Now, Lisa Mattock does some wonderful mushrooms. I think she has a little online course on it. I actually did a class with her where she taught me how to do some really interesting mushrooms. But you could go and have a look at her Instagram as well if you want to get an idea of how she does some fabric mushrooms. So still busy this week. As I said, I played paintball on Monday. That was pretty good. I didn't get hit too much, actually. It wasn't bad at all. My house, my team, the ones that I'm sort of connected to, the boys that I'm in charge of, they were really good. They went gung-ho and they basically kept eliminating the opposition. So we actually didn't get shot that much. It was quite fun. And then yesterday I had my big Year 12 Giving Back Day where we went to the Salvation Army, and that was just brilliant. The boys were amazing. I think I ended up with 19 of them there, and we did our big lunch for everyone. And I got lots of compliments about both the boys and also the food. Everyone loved the food. They get a lot more people in the centre when we do lunches like that because they're free barbecues. So I think, I don't even know, we would have served 80 to 100 people, I would say. And the food was delicious. They did a great job. Some of the boys, well, one in particular had never even done anything in the kitchen before. He was quite funny. I got him chopping up carrots so we could do some honey roasted carrots, honey mustard roasted carrots. They were delicious. And I must say some of the boys absolutely worked like troopers. They did not stop. When I'm at the Salvation Army, I don't stop. I literally work all day. I do not stop for a second. I just keep going until everything is fully done. And we end up leaving that kitchen absolutely spotless. And there were several boys that had that same work ethic. And I took Jamie with me, even though those boys are the year above Jamie. He's on early holidays because he finished exams. Some boys had them all the way through to today, but he finished last Friday. And I took him in for a day of volunteering, which he loves. And lovely Monica, who runs the kitchen. Monica's a little Lebanese lady. She has 6 kids, and I think she's up to about 5 grandchildren. She's absolutely divine. She hugs and kisses everyone. She couldn't stop hugging and kissing Jamie. She loves Jamie. It's kind of like an additional grandmother to him. Sorry, Juju. Monica's like an extra grandmother. She loves Jamie and she always wants me to bring him in. So Jamie's the same as me. He doesn't stop working. He just does stuff, which was good as well. He's a little trooper. So great day, but absolutely exhausting. And then today we had our final sort of chapel and assembly for our Year 12s. Farewells to them, and I had to get up and just have a little word about my boys and then introduce them all. And they come up on stage. They get what we call our old boys tie, so they're welcome into our old boys union, becoming alumni of the college, and they get a special tie and a leaving certificate, and all the parents are there. And Jamie played his drums there, so they had a pipes and drums performance. The A band played, and poor Jamie, as he's walking up the stairs, you can't actually see past the bass drum when you're walking. It's too high and too big. You can't see where you're going, even though Jamie's actually quite tall. I think he's almost 6'1" now, Jamie. He just kind of tripped on the stairs and he almost fell onto one of the mothers. It gave her the biggest fright, this big bass drum coming straight at her, but luckily Jamie caught himself and didn't actually land on her, but it was close. Everyone's like, oh, but he just missed her. So luckily, because that could have been a disaster. But they played very well, so that was good. So very, very tiring day again today. And then finally tomorrow, we've got a public holiday as a memorial for the Queen, and it'll be more relaxing. And then I'm on holidays for a couple of weeks, so I might get a bit more stitching done, which is good. So I'm going to turn off the video. You don't need to watch me do all this. This is very straightforward. I'll come back on when I'm ready to sew my fabrics around the outside. So I'll see you soon. Bye. All right, so I'll just show you what I've done. I stitched down all the background, and I've actually stitched all of these pieces just with a Cantha running style stitch. I've just got this last one to go, so I thought I'd show you very simply. You've seen this technique a million times before, but I'm just doing a running stitch. Okay, so quite wide gaps in between the stitches. Whoops, hooked on the scissors. Okay, now I'm untangled. All right, so back to it. Take my pin out. Okay, so I'm just running down, like I went down this way and then I do running stitches across that way, then down this way and then across that way, just kind of going with the flow of the fabric. So I'm going to finish this one, and then what I thought I'd do, it's only going to be a short video tonight. Sorry, excuse me. What I thought I'd do is I might have a look at my felted wools and possibly, see how long it takes me, cut out the shape of my Nutcracker. So if you need some inspiration for Nutcrackers, I'd go to Pinterest. That's where I've been looking. I've already got sort of Christmas boards with Nutcrackers saved, and I don't think I've seen a slow stitch one. There could be one on there. I've definitely seen embroidered Nutcrackers, and lots of really good illustrations. Particularly there's some really lovely watercoloured painted Nutcrackers, which I really like. So I'll pick a design. I was thinking originally maybe three standing there. I could do that. 3 would look good, or one large one. Maybe I'll go for the one large one. And then I'll decide on what other embellishment I might want to add later. Oops. Okay. So just finish that off. The thread I'm using for this one is an old Coats crochet cotton, Mercer cotton, mercerized. I think that means it doesn't fray. Is that correct? Can someone tell me? It's quite a thin one. It says number 60. I'm not that familiar with crochet cottons, but it's quite a thin one. Like I've got this one here. What's that? That's 20. That's a little bit thicker. So these are just crochet cottons. I just buy old ones from the sewing basket, just randomly chuck some in, and I've got quite a few, which are perfect for Canthus style stitching. All right, so there's my background ready to go. Now I need to, I'm kind of feeling like maybe I won't do my Nutcracker tonight, because I do need to maybe sketch it out and come up with my plan. I might even do the idea that I've told you before, where I'll just get a piece of felted wool. So for example, if I had this, where you get the freezer paper, you draw your pattern on. So say for example, I'd do boots. I'll do the boots in black, but if I have black, I might have black. You draw the pattern on the freezer paper, say for example the boots, and then you iron it on, and then you can cut it out and you get a really clean line. So I actually think I will design it out on paper first, and then I'll get lovely pieces cut out. And then what I'll do is next week I will come back and I will show you what my Nutcracker looks like. I will probably stitch down the pieces. Just the way I'd stitch the felted wool is I'd just layer all the pieces and just do an overcast stitch, preferably in a thread that blends in with the background. And then what I'll do is I might stitch him down and then I'll embellish him. So I'll probably do things like embroider, you know, little eyes and the moustache and his little teeth, things like that. So not much to show you this week. I was a bit late. I actually totally forgot it was Wednesday earlier, and I only remembered quite late that I needed to do this today. So just my background. I like the colours, something different, which will go along. Where's my block? Oh, where's my block from the other day? I've got a big pile of blocks next to me. Where's it gone? Here it is. So, oh, that's quite a bit bigger this week. Anyway, I am doing all random size blocks, so that one's quite a bit bigger. But that's cool. I'm going to find a book that will fit my biggest block, and I'll eventually make it work to get them all in. So I think that those colours go quite nicely, the blues and greens, if I do decide to put those pages together. Anyway, that'll be my video for this week, and I will see you again next week with my Nutcracker. Thanks for watching. Very short video. Bye.